What's going on, guys? So we got another bus file video today. Little project, something I want a little addition I'm making to the bus. This is something, so we are in my kitchen area right now. I'm adding something to my kitchen. This is something I've been debating on getting and installing. I've been going back and forth for months now, a couple months now about this. So I picked something up and it went on sale and I decided, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. This is either gonna work or it's not. Something I'm kind of looking forward to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the camera around and I'm gonna show you what we picked up real quick. I picked up a little mini oven for the bus. So this is something, like I said, something I've been debating on getting for a while, for a couple months now. I've been going back and forth between getting it. This is from a company called CWC, that's Cook with Color, I guess is the name of the company. I got this on Amazon for, I think at the time I'm posting this video, I think they're going for a little more now. I got this on sale. I got this for about, not even $30, guys. That was my deciding point. I'm deciding to try to, my decision to install this in the bus. So that's what we are working on today. I already have the spot picked out for it. I know exactly where we're gonna be mounting it. I'm gonna give it a shot. I've got brackets. I got everything I need to do this project. So one thing I've been really wanting to, I have my microwave. If you guys know, I like to cook. I cook for Melvin every morning. I cook for myself. I love cooking. So I have my microwave. I have down here, I have my induction cooktop. So one thing I've been thinking about is getting an oven, because I wanted to have a little oven, and there's just really nowhere to mount it in here until I found these little mini ovens. And I was like, okay, that could totally work. But like I said, I've been debating on it. So until this went on sale and they got me. So I decided that I was going to give this a shot. So I'm going to go ahead and get this unboxed right now, and we'll come back and show it to you. I'm not going to film the unboxing. There's just no reason to. So I'm just going to get it out of the box, and then we'll come back and I'll show it to you. All right, guys. So here we go. Here's the little mini oven. It is out of the box. I'm going to show you real quick everything it comes with. It comes with a little the grate tray for inside. It comes with a pan, a little cooking pan, which is awesome. I like this. I got to tell you guys, this thing's actually bigger than I thought it was. I expected it. Don't get me wrong, it's small. This is a very small little oven. This is like a little tiny oven. I don't have the exact measurements, but you guys can see compared to my hand. I mean, it's little, guys. But hey, you know, I live in the bus and I needed something small, so this is actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. So that works out, and it's still small. So okay, guys. So let me go into a little bit of specs with this. This little oven is, it says, first of all, temperature. It does say it goes up to, it says this goes up to 450 degrees. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm putting it a little closer. You guys can see it says it goes up to 450 degrees. We got our timer right here. It does have, it's a good little size inside too, guys. So one of the big things, this is was power usage. This thing, it says it's 700 watts, and that's actually perfect for the bus. So power usage, guys, was a big thing for me. Being the bus is off grid most of the time, it's very important wattage. So I don't imagine this is 700 watts full time. I think that's if you have it turned up all the way to the max. I'm sure it's proportional to however much wattage it's going to use is proportional to where you have the temperature set. So right now I'm currently at a campsite. I'm in an RV spot, so the bus is plugged in. So right now I'm not worried about the wattage, the power usage on this right now. But that was something that I definitely had to consider when I picked this out, was the max wattage and how much power it uses. Because when the bus is off grid, that is something I always have to be mindful of. Especially like today, it's a very cloudy day. If I wasn't plugged in, I'm not going to be pulling in a whole lot of solar. So this would probably be something I probably wouldn't use on a day like this where I'm not pulling a lot of solar, depending on the weather. So now that I have this out of the box, let me show you real quick where I'm going to be mounting this. One of the things I was considering was, would I mount it down here? I really can't mount it down here on my counter or anything. I could have it sitting on the counter if I want, but I don't want to have to constantly pull the thing out and put it away every time I want to use it. So this is my induction cooktop. This is mounted into the countertop, so this does not get put away. I can't really put it here, guys, because right now, if you guys remember, the bus doesn't currently have plumbing. I'm still building that part. I'm working on getting the parts together for it. But eventually, this is where my kitchen sink is going to go. So the oven's not going to work here, because eventually there is going to be a sink here. So I thought about maybe mounting it up here underneath the microwave. But guys, the problem is, not only would I have to move all this stuff I already have, I have a light under here. Not only do I have to move all the stuff that I already have mounted under here, but it hangs too low. It would literally give me not enough clearance, where I'd have to I'd really struggle to, when the sink's in, I'd struggle to do dishes. I'd struggle to cook on my induction cooktop. So given it's a mini oven, it just would hang too low sitting here. So here's where I've decided to put it. My microwave is here. I'm going to be mounting it to the ceiling. I've got some brackets that I'm going to be putting in here. Actually, I've got a couple different options for what I might be doing to mount this. I think I already know what I'm going to be going with. But guys, right here, I've got plenty of room to mount this. It's going to be small enough to where it's still going to be out of the way. I can still access all my stuff I have, all my food stuff, my kitchen stuff I have up here. And I also need to be mindful of, it's going to put off some heat. So the way I'm going to mount this, I'm going to make sure there's enough clearance so that the heat's not going to melt anything or start any fires, because that's a big concern always. That's our project for the day. I'm going to get going on this because I actually really am, I'm kind of, now that I got this here, I'm kind of excited for this. And like I said, I love cooking, and I've been thinking about putting in a little mini oven in the bus for a while. Recently, I've been debating on it for the past couple months. I thought about it a while back, but when it went on sale, I was like, okay, I'm going to get it. Let's give it a shot. So right now what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to figure out exactly my mounting system. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to mount it up here on the ceiling of the bus in the kitchen. I'm not going to film any of that because it's just going to be a little time consuming. I kind of want to keep this video short, and I want to just get to the end of the video where we can fire this thing up and I want to cook something. So I'm going to make, I don't know if Melvin can hear me, he's outside, but we're going to make something for Melvin too. So he probably heard me, but we got to be quiet. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off now. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do the mounting. And I'll come back once I have the mounting system in, the brackets, whatever I'm going to be using, and I'll show that to you before we actually mount the oven. All right, so here we go, guys. We got the brackets are in. This took a little bit for me to do. I had to cut these brackets. I had to paint them and get everything measured out. But here are the brackets. This is where the oven's going to be getting mounted. See, we're right here. It's going to clear. It is going to clear. This is as far as my white microwave opens, so we are going to clear that. So right now, guys, we got the brackets in. I'm going to get the I'm going to grab the oven now, and I'm going to get it all measured, make sure it measures up right, which it does, but I need to do a little bit of just make sure that everything, all the holes line up and everything for what I got to do. So I'm going to grab the oven right now. I'm going to get it up here, and I'm going to get the oven mounted. All right, guys, we are back. The oven is mounted, as you can see right here. It took me a little bit longer than I planned for this project, because when I realized I was going to have to put screws in this, mount this by putting screws in the side of it, I took this whole oven apart. I marked off everywhere where I was going to have to put a screw in the side, and then I took the cover off. I took this whole oven apart, took the cover off, and made sure that everywhere where a screw was going to go through was going to be put into it. I wanted to make sure it didn't hit any of the components inside and damage the oven, or was going to cause any kind of shorts or any electrical problems. So that's one thing I wanted to explain real quick. You're going to see all the screws on the side. Believe me, I went through and I took this whole thing apart and made sure those screws weren't going to be touching anything. So you guys can see I've got it is mounted, it is screwed in. Check this out, guys. This thing is not going anywhere. It is solid. I'm really pushing on it, and guys, it's not moving at all. This thing is solid mounted. It is not going to go anywhere. So one other thing, I've already tested this out. I haven't cooked anything in it yet. I also did was when I got it out of the box, I plugged it in and I tested everything to make sure everything worked. I wanted to make sure it worked before I did all this work mounting it and everything. I didn't want to mount it and do all the work mounting it, because it was actually quite a bit, guys, to get it to mount. It was a bigger project than I thought it was going to be. I didn't want to get all that work done just to turn it on and plug it in and turn it on and find out it didn't work. So I know it works. I've already turned it on for the first time. I've messed around with it, which with that, one thing I found out about the power usage, the wattage on this. I was saying earlier in the beginning of the video, that it was, I was thinking it was proportional when, it used more or less wattage as you adjusted the temperature. It is not. So it has a thermostat in it, and when it gets to temperature, when you power it on and it's heating up, it uses 700 watts, and then when it gets to temperature, it cuts the power out. So that's what it does. So it uses 700 watts at all time when it's heating up or when the heating element's on. So I wanted to explain that. I did go through when I tested it to check and see how it worked on my power unit, and it uses exactly 700 watts. Let's get down to it. I'm ready to make something. We're gonna make Melvin a snack right now. I know I've been in the kitchen for a while, so he already knows something's going on. So let's look in the fridge and see what we got. I don't know what I have to cook in this right now. I didn't grab anything. I didn't think about it. So let's see what I got. All right, guys, let's see what we got in here. Oh, perfect. We got something already, guys. Here we go. We're gonna make some hash browns right now. Melvin, you want some hash browns? Look at him, guys. He knows. I'm gonna make you some hash browns. You want some? Yeah. All right, dude. Now first, let's get this turned on. It does need to preheat. So it says we got to turn this to 425, which is right about there. And let's go ahead and just turn it on, get it preheating. You can see the power is on, and we're going to go ahead and let this heat up, and then we're going to get the hash browns in there. Look at this, guys. We are waiting for the oven to preheat right now. Melvin knows there are hash browns up here. He is ready. You ready to eat, dude? You ready to eat? Yeah. We're going to eat, dude. I got to wait for the oven to preheat, all right? Boy, you're going to have something to eat. All right, guys, as you can see, I turned the light off so you guys can see this. You guys can see we are preheating. It is getting pretty, the heating coils are starting to glow pretty good. So one thing I want to do, let's head over to the power station right now. I want to show you, this is still preheating right now. Let's run over to the power station real quick. So I want to show you guys how much power we use. We are currently using, with that running, we are currently at 832 watts that we're using on the EcoFlow Delta 2 Max. And keep in mind, 832, that oven is 700 watts. The extra 100 and so watts is coming from my fridge is running. I've got lights on, my computer's on right now. I've got a couple things on in the bus right now. All right, guys, this thing actually heats up really quick. We are already preheated. I can hear the thermostat clicking on and off. I've been watching the power level on the EcoFlow going up and down. I can tell when the thermostat, when it's turning off. So this thing preheats really fast. We are already at, it maybe took 5-6 minutes and it's already preheated. So let's get these hash browns in here and we can see how they come out. All right, guys, we got the hash browns are on the tray. Let's go ahead and, I forgot to take this out when I was preheating the oven, so this tray is really hot right now. So I got my little ghost guy right here. So let's go ahead and get these up inside the oven right now. All right, guys, I'm attempting to do this one-handed, so I don't know how well this is gonna come out. Hang on, let's get these hash browns inside the oven. All right, guys, there we go. The hash browns are inside. I don't know if you can see that very well. They are in the oven. They are cooking. So it says it's going to take these about 15-20 minutes to cook. So we're going to go ahead and let these sit, and we'll be back when they're done. All right, guys, we're about halfway done through cooking. That you can see the hash browns are still in there cooking. I wanted to come in and make a note of something. So yes, this is an oven. It's going to put off a lot of heat. But one thing I wanted to talk about is, so being where this is mounted, I've been testing, watching the heat coming off of this. And guys, so this is the ceiling of the bus is metal. One thing I was concerned about was when running this, that the ceiling was going to get really hot. Guys, this has been running for about almost 15 minutes now, and you guys can look, I can stick my hand, I'm sticking my hand on the ceiling. This is a metal ceiling. I can even stick my hand on the brackets, and you can see nothing, guys. This thing isn't really hot, putting off a lot of heat, like a lot of heat's not coming out of it. It's the heat's pretty contained in there. So I didn't film it. I forgot to film it. I did grab a thermometer, a thermal gun, and I pointed it in there. And guys, it was actually pretty accurate. It was right at about 420 degrees. So I have it set for 425. So it might have lost 5 degrees just because I had it open. This thing's actually pretty accurate with heating. Yeah, guys, I wanted to come in and say that because that was a big thing. I wanted to make sure this wasn't going to put off so much heat. And one thing, I do have stuff that's back here too. I have a lot of food that's back here and a lot of sauces and everything. Oh, one thing I want to mention is that where this is mounted, I can still access all my stuff back here. So I didn't lose any storage. And you guys can see, I have my hand back here and I'm grabbing on things. Nothing is hot, guys. None of these bottles are hot. Nothing is hot. I'm like right behind the unit, the oven unit. And guys, it's not really hot back here, so that's actually really good. I'm happy about that. We're gonna go ahead and just wait for these hash browns to finish cooking. Melvin passed out while waiting, but I know as soon as we pull those out, guys, he's gonna be ready. So, all right, guys, so to see, they're in there, and we're gonna go ahead and let these finish cooking, and then we will be back. All right, guys, the timer just went off, and those are looking pretty good. Don't think you can see them. Let's get these pulled out right now. Got my little ghost right here. Let's go ahead and get these pulled out. Oh man, guys, I think those look pretty good. They smell good too. And of course, he's ready. Melvin is ready. So we're gonna go ahead and let these cool down and all ready to go. And we'll try them out and see how this little oven did. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna try a piece. We're gonna see how these hash browns came out. And let's go ahead and try it. All right, guys, and here we go. And of course, it's time for Melvin's piece. He is ready. Give me a tip. Give me a tip. Good boy. There you go. What do you think, dude? Pretty good, yeah? All right, guys, so this is the end. We've come to the end of this video. Nice little project. Guys, I've got to say, now that I actually got it and it's in and now I've used it and tested it, guys, I'm so glad I did it. I don't know why I was ever second guessing getting one of these and putting them in the bus. This thing is great. I'm gonna just say we'll see how long it lasts long term. I'm not gonna be using this every day, so we'll come back later on. We'll talk about it maybe in an update video later on down in the future. We'll see. But anyway, guys, little CWC 700 watt mini oven. I like it. It works great. I'm so glad I got this. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be it. We're going to go ahead and cut this video off here. If you guys stuck it to this part of the video, thank you. I really appreciate it. Melvin appreciates it. He's right there. We're going to go ahead and We're gonna finish off these hash browns right now, and we will see you guys in the next video.